call that daddy mission. We don't get Amber alerts, we know them living. In my hood, we all the same and got the same story. When I say what's Zam, was that just how we say good morning? Another day, another dollar. What's Zam? I be stuck.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Sarr. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Poole in at the point guard. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blow-up. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport. Great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now, here's Poole. To the paint, lots of room. That's good for George on the assist from Poole.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Conley. At 6. Back to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. From outside, off the mark. Here's Koulibaly. Edwards defending. And the pass to George. He dishes it to Middleton. Shoots over McDaniel. And here's Poole for 3. Randall grabs the board. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk to Minnesota's head coach. We got to talking about Jordan Poole and how you deal with a player like him. Coach smiled and said, we want to be as disruptive for him as possible. Anything we can do to prevent him from getting into a rhythm, we'll do it. Keeping Poole off balance is the plan here. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Two.
No good on that one. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And he sinks the second. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Out to Edwards. Outside Conley. Sinks the triple.
I'll tell you, give Conley the ball and trust him. to make the right decision.
Poole, the pass to Saar. George against Gobert. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stop the alley.
Just great recognition from the athletic big man. Gobert finish off the nice pass.
Poole, the pass to George. Now Saar, pass to Koulibaly. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Can't get it to fall. Edwards kicks to Conley. Pass to Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. To the inside. And Saar pulls it down. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Washington. They trail by 1. Here's Poole. Shot clock reset for Washington. Saar's shot is off. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Passes it to Conley. Back to Randall. Fade away. That shot is off. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Stolen by Michael Conley. McDaniels with the ball. Foul guarded by Middleton. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Timeout called here. The first for Washington. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Substitution now for Minnesota.
Got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this P. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight, gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She trying to talk about rovers, it's over, I'm trying to bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta ski real soon, trying to pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, trying to get big checks and the cash flow ski. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man's looking all hot. Tell the youth to stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the end with the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're around my I send you to the shops. My bro just came uptown with the latest trends and a few odd cops. In a vintage whip, just gliding, stay coupe drop top. Hey. You tell me that I'm way too spendy, wait, babes, I'm on my chest, that's Fendi. Step to a high class, and I'm still in a tech fleece. My bro got a coupe, that's a Bentley. Money come nice. Foreign little baddie in the crew with the face caked up, but you know that's. Took a snap in the E-class crew, now she tryna ask who's picking up in the Benz. Come off that flex, man, I'm not tryna flirt, man, you know I'm just friendly. These times, man, I might with the lose on the way to a crib, so she know I step pricey. Her old man left like a weirdo, I'm hero, money ain't nothing like me. Can't force my flex at the function, do it nicely, be subtle, man, lightly. Got my game back in like 010, but man, YGs, I'm in love with the 90s. Don't show me no stripes, my bro, man, that's not like me, only step in the Nikes. You say my bro got a check, but I said, nah, wait, man, just spend that wisely. Don't flex your checks on don't do it on IG. Lie, bro. Yeah, don't do it on IG.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. We've got the Washington Wizards taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here's Cassell. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Butler, and it's Jamison in at the four-man position. And the basket by Hassel. High percentage look.
Have me mistaken with them statements. Canary yellow, 7-9 civilians on display. My bongo hooked it up. Oh my god, dip my rim today so can ride out to the honeycomb hide out. I'm gonna show you how to wild out like Jack Tripper. Let me be YKK on your zipper. Like a lizard when I'm 6 million ways to like Noah. I get twos of views and you get pretty. But I call you from 80s. I know you'll be there for me, girl.
Those huge baby eyes get to running off at their mouth and telling me everything that's on your mind. They say you're in need of inviting me to that. I love who you are, love who you ain't. Let's hit the attic to hide out for about 2 weeks. Rick James and double time, the boy next door. On the planet, the sky is falling, ain't no need to panic. I gotta want your compatible, created in the attic. We are the coolest on the planet. The sky is falling, ain't no need to panic. I gotta want your compatible, created in the attic.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Well, it's important to look your best on the road, and that's not lost on the Wizards. Here they are, coming into the arena earlier on. Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And now, Washington's starting group. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Sarr in at the center. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Here's Koulibaly. Here's Sarr. Poole, the pass to Sarr. Outside for George. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Washington. Here's Minnesota. Here's Edwards, driving inside. And finished off by Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
For Washington, they've gone 0-4. This is their first 4 field goals. Teardrop shot. Julius Randle with the rebound. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Middleton against Conley. Passes to Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Launches it. Gobert. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Here's Koulibaly. Edwards defending. In the corner, George with it. And there's the pass to Poole. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Minnesota.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Edwards. George with the defensive effort. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Washington. Looking for the first basket of the game. And it's good for 2.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Conley. Randall outside. Back to Conley.